Hey, hey everybody. That is pretty indicative of how the stream usually goes. Um, my name is Daniel. I'm streaming development of the Waking Cloak, although at the moment it's currently stuck trying to do a pull request on my whatchamacallit, so I'm a little bit behind. Um, oh, everything is broken. Okay, so let's try to do this again. I was trying to do a pull request on this thing, and if this doesn't work, I have some other stuff to show you while it's trying to figure out what it's supposed to be doing. So let's do pull changes. You just got stuck here before. There we go, pull complete. Reload. Okay. So that's good. The other thing is, currently, my build is broken. I broke it yesterday. I was trying to do some movement code and stuff, so. Hey Rowan, how's it going? Hey Ferry and Lucas, how's it going? Okay, so if I'm correct, this will actually be broken. Clean program complete. Yeah, move actor is not a script that exists. So the problem is, or it exists, but basically there's like a bazillion different scripts that I called but don't exist yet, and I don't even want to do this because it's going to be a ton of trouble. Okay. Oh. Okay, whoa. Yo, I'll give you 6 seconds to guess who I am. I think I passed the time limit. Hey. Okay, I don't know who Payson is. Oops. Okay, so that's actually working. You can attack. You can hit the guy. Actually, he's dead now. Screen shake works. What are the blue circles on the bottom left? Those are magic. I don't know if those will be in the final game, but it's basically your mana points. I put those in a long time ago. Subject to game design. Rowan slightly hates you. That's good. That's good. I like a rivalry in the chat. Rivalries are good, as long as you make the fight interesting. Okay, so that's what we've got. The thing that I want to work out at the moment, I don't know why I closed that, is getting the enemy to move when you hit him, because right now he's just like, yep, what's up? Also, you can walk around on him. Base spread is like 10 bucks. Or something. You can save up money to get 10 bucks worth of, it's worth more than 10 bucks. And just because there's a portable version doesn't mean it's not pirating. That's not how that works. It's not how licenses work. This GameMaker does not keep my my window size after it closes, which kind of sucks. There. $15. Well, you have less than $13. You're almost there. Like, do kids still mow the neighbors' lawns? Go mow the neighbor's lawn and like get $5 or something. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I don't know why I reloaded that again. Basically, we need to figure out how we're going to move the enemy after you hit him, which means I need some kind of push script. This is not a roguelike game. This is a Zelda-like game, actually. So it's all going to be hand-built. The world is going to be hand-built and stuff. So... yeah, I think rogues are cool. Roguelikes are cool games. I prefer a hand-built world, though, because I feel like everything has kind of a purpose. So let's go to the enemy base object. So I used to do this by just in here I would add X speed or Y speed depending on the position of the sword. There's some very light trig in here, but I don't think that's a really good idea anymore. I think what needs to happen, well, yeah, I think what needs to happen is it needs to be in like the sword object. And so in the sword, we have somewhere deal damage. So in deal damage, we should add like a push. And so what that does is the only problem is I have to figure out how, because I don't know if I just want to do like X speed equals blah and Y speed equals blah. My volume's like 4%, or Rowan's. So more likely what I want to do is, more likely what I want to do is I have basically a push script that takes in a basically not a vertex, a vector. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Basically a direction and power. Yeah, and then what we can do from there is is that enough? I would have to do what is it? Length through X, length through Y, a vector. I think that's how that works. How does this function work? Yep, length and direction. Okay, that's what I want. It's used to get the X component of position, length pixels from the starting point, and the direction. Yeah, I think that's what I want. There's supposed to be music. Is it audible? Length through X, length through Y, so that's going to be of the vector that we're putting in. And then translate to speed. Actually, does whoops, don't know what that was. My mouse is all messed up. There we go. Will it do negative? I guess we'll find out if it does negative x, negative y. Okay, I will turn up the music. I turned it way down because I didn't want it to like overpower anything. Okay, let me know if that's good. As long as you can still hear me talk, because that's important. Hearing the sound of my voice. I don't want to update. What the heck? Pick a time. We're going to pick a time to update. It's going to be not right now. It's going to be at 10. 10:09 p.m. Nope. 10:26 p.m. is fine. Yes. Okay. Stop. Leave me alone. I'm trying to make games. Alright, so lengther, I don't know if that does negative x, negative y, but we can probably translate that to speed somehow, in some way. And if we can't, if this doesn't have like negative x, negative y, we can use the direction, the rotation, to set it. So I'm going to say power is based on I'm just going to say power is based on sword, I guess. Or based on the attack power, I guess. We'll see if that works. And then direction is equal to, where is the base objects? Basically this. Except the opposite direction. So we have I don't know what direction to sword is. Direction to sword is point direction. Oh, okay. Cool. Take that. Dude, the Secret of Mana soundtrack is like the best soundtrack. It's just sweet. And it's actually funny because I've never played Secret of Mana other than like an hour or two. I know that's like blasphemy. Hey, thanks for following, Super Game Maker. You are appreciated. Yeah, I never played Secret of Mana, but I love the soundtrack, and it's on my list to like play because I love JRPGs. Direction to sword. So point direction. What? We call this to direction to hitter, which is whatever the thing that hit him was. This will probably go in the enemy, because I think every object would have a different reaction to being hit. So length x, length y, a vector. Alright, so let's grab this. I'm not even sure we're gonna need the rest of it. let's just go back to enemy, base object, and in the is hit, so if is hit, just checking, because in the end step is actually when we move. So okay, let's in here, let's say if is hit, this is when he gets hit, obviously. It's a lot of fun with 2 other friends. I would recommend getting a SNES Classic and 2 buddies. It's great. Yeah, if we can get a SNES Classic, Super Nintendo Classic, then sure. I'm gonna wrap this up in here too. I mean, that sounds like a ton of fun. There we go. Start alarm for 1/10 of a second. I think that's what that is. And then push power, let's see. So direction header equals point direction. Oh, this is a good question. Like, what is this? And that's actually why I had all the code in the sword, because you don't want to link them like that, because then things break. So let's do this. Let's copy this and take it back, I guess. Mission indicator. We need to at least set the hitter over here. So we store the X and Y of the sword here, and we say hitter X and hitter Y. There we go. And then back in over here, hitter X, hitter Y. Hopefully that works. Hopefully they're not going to be as rare as the NES Classic. I would definitely love to have one. Yeah, me too. So I guess we'll see. Another thing I'm kind of hoping for is Japan actually got a release of the Mana series on the Switch. I'd actually prefer that to a SNES Mini, because the Switch is more portable. Okay, I think this is what I want. Let's see if this works. I'm not crossing my fingers, but nope, that did absolutely nothing. I'm not totally sure why. Let's get rid of some of these debug messages because they're clogging everything up. It may have actually moved him, but only moved him like 1. Pixel. Enemy. I know. I want a Mana series remake, and they, yeah. Another game that I'm really hoping that they're going to bring over is Dragon Quest XI, which I think they said they were going to. Just one of those things. Like, please let me have this game. I love Dragon Quest so much. Okay, so push X. Speaking of Dragon Quest, soundtrack. Alright, let's try that. This isn't the best way to debug, but like I mention every time, but yeah. So it's 0 every time. That is because why is that? Probably because of this. Yeah, okay, so I need this little bit here. There might be a better way to do that. That's a good amount to hit him. The problem is he moves. He moves. That's the problem. So what I want to do is in paused. Wait. This might not work as well as I wanted to. I'm hoping they reveal some regarding Switch Virtual Console soon. Need more games to play on mine. Yeah, I know what you mean. And they're coming out with like a lot of good stuff. But I really want like a bunch of like retro games. That'd be awesome. So the problem is, we are, how would I handle this? Let's get rid of all of that because we don't actually need this anymore because my old code worked. Oh man. So what we're trying to do is push after the enemy gets hit. In a space game, what would be the most fun thing to do for a quest? In a space game? Dog fights. In my personal Star Wars opinion. I don't know if that's like way too vague for you. I'm also weird because I like, in space games, I like hauling cargo and stuff. Being scared of pirates. Fighting off pirates. I really liked Freelancer, so just if you make it like Freelancer, yeah, that. I like that. This is actually a good speed now. We just need to figure out how to do this after the hit, which means that we probably either want a state or we want another alarm. Because, well, the good thing about a state is that with my current code, you can pause execution of the state. Actually, that's what I want to do. Yeah, let's do that. It's a resource management bullet hell. Pirates. Infiltrate pirates lair, I guess. I don't really have any experience with designing bullet hells. What am I doing? State machine. That's what I want. Alright. Let's create a new state. State. That is the wrong name for it. Enemy damage state. Go in there. There we go. Oh, I actually have an enemy damage state, except I named it badly. Let's copy all of this. Stick it in here. So state timer is greater than or equal to 10. It's going to be another, well, 0.1 times room speed. So a tenth of a second, we'll move them. We'll say state switch stand. Yes. We might figure out previous state and so on, but oh, also this should be state timer, because that actually exists. I didn't realize that. Copy that, comment it out. State switch, enemy damage, we'll call it, yes. Let's go back to the enemy damage state. In here, we'll say, we'll just paste this, and that should work. Because it won't execute this X speed until the hit stun is done. I think that's actually what I was doing in here. Yep, that is what I was doing in here. And then I'm actually doing I'm doing all that other stuff, screen shake and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna yes, well actually that song is from like every Final Fantasy, starting with like the third Final Fantasy. If I made Game Maker tutorial videos. I would totally watch them. Oh, awesome. Thanks, dude. I have thought about it. I've thought about doing one for my inventory, but I wanted to finish the inventory before I did it, and I haven't worked on the inventory in a really long time. So, I thought about it though. I don't know if my explanations are just completely nonsensical, because I have a really hard time paying attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing at the same time because I can't multitask. So I just say stuff and hope it makes sense. If it's making sense, then fine. That's great. Oh, that state does not exist for this. Yeah. So the enemy does not have any states at the moment. Let's go to the parent, actor parent. This is basically just like the parent of everything. It has a lot of children. We're using inheritance. State machine initialize is what I want. In the player object, I believe, is where I instantiate a whole bunch of states. I'm going to grab these just because this too. I'm actually going to grab like 2 of these, and then I'm going to grab all of them. Let's go to the enemy base object, and we'll say on the create. Oh, there's that. Enemy damage state. So, well, yeah, let's do that. Let's call this enemy damage for clarity. There's a bunch of other states here too. These are all player states because I just put them in here. Stand, enemy stand state, I guess, which doesn't exist. So the normal state is the stand state, which is good. That's fine. Let's rename this to enemy stand state now that we're not doing anything with it. And then in here, we'll what is the player stand state? Yeah. Pretty much nothing. Just setting everything to 0. I think. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get rid of that. Basically, that just sets them to 0. We will probably want to have some kind of standard, or some kind of choice pick facing direction sprite, something like that. All right, so we have the enemy stand state, enemy damage state. That's the only thing the enemies can do right now, which is fine. Base object, so we have stand and damage. Then we initialize with the stand state. Let's try that. There we go. I need to give him more health again because he keeps dying. Let's give him. Oh, cool. The HP did not get overridden somehow. Oh, yes it did. Soldier. I gave him 5 health. Just go back to giving him like 50. Why is it tiny? weird. I think that kind of makes it feel a little less responsive. Oops. That's cool. Feels kind of nice. Good. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So back to the base object. In the step, let's change this back to... Oh, no, that's good. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's the basic of push enemy. Works for now. I don't want to do that. Let's do some hit particles, I guess. There is no hitbox between the sword smear and tab. Ugh. Yeah, there's no hitbox there, which is not good, actually. That's not what I want. The thing I was actually checking was, like, how close can I get? So what I want to do is actually just redo that hitbox. I might as well do that while I'm thinking about it. Player, sword. The collision mask should be... It's not bad, actually. A little there on the edge. There we go. That should be better. So it's about 1 pixel. And then that's 1. So how big is that circle? So left is 23, right is 55. Top is 15, bottom is 46. Yeah, Survivor is good music. Width equals calculator. Could probably do the math in the time it took me to pull up this. 55 minus 23 is gonna. That's not correct. 55 minus 23 is 32. 46 minus 15 is 31. Oh, that's actually gonna annoy me. So let's make it 32 as well. $14, 46, 23, 55. So let's move this back to 14. I love when my math packet gives me equations to solve with no context other than a tedious method, then results in an imaginary answer. Yeah, I don't miss homework at all. height equals 32. So we have 32 by 32. Then it's 2 pixels above, 1 pixel to the left, or of the, let's see. Manual, 14, no, 23, 55, nope, 14, 55, 46. That should be equivalent. Ellipse, manual, 23, 14, 55, 46, and then we'll move it down here. Okay, and then I hope this doesn't end up like hitting the player. That would kind of suck. 3, 15, 6. Let's do it here. 2, 2, 1. There we go. I'm sorry about school. School sucks. Well, stay in school, kids. But yeah, school sucks too. 23, 14, 55, 46. Except this time we'll go 1, 2, and 1 there. Right, that. Yep. Three, 14, 55, 46. Wish I had a game project I could work on. It looks fun, but I need to learn proper programming first. I think a really good way to learn programming is to work on something fun like a game. And what you can do is you can like look at a whole bunch of tutorials and stuff, and just kind of work through what they're doing. Like work through the tutorial with whoever's doing the tutorial, and ask lots of questions if you can. Some people are really available. I'm always available to ask questions if you desire, like on Twitter or whatever. But yeah, like jumping in and doing like a project that's kind of fun, like a small game where you can start getting the basics. It's really good. Okay, so Winmas. School does suck. I'm doing way better and learning way faster on my own than what school is doing. Pearson sucks. Yeah, I was homeschooled, which was awesome because that's how I learned really well as a homeschooled kid, because I learned better and faster on my own. And the thing about schools is, especially like bigger schools, they have to kind of account for a bunch of different kids' learning styles. But I totally like just did stuff on my own, and I did the same amount as every other kid, but faster, because I didn't have to wait while the teacher did like 5 different learning styles of the subject. Since Ferry and Lucas can see this from Twitch to YouTube chat, you will learn by doing, just make a game, learn as you go. Yep, I agree with that. this is Restream chat. You have to, when you are streaming, you stream to restream.io, which is free, and it'll stream to both Twitch and YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now. And then you just use Restream chat, and you can chat with both, which is cool. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't actually like kill the player. Yeah, that actually hurts. It's hurting himself. That does feel a ton better though. What the heck? Oh no. Oh yeah, because he's hitting himself. Oh no. So I have to make it so the sword doesn't hit the owner. Yeah, yeah. That's why my delay's crap. Probably. Why did I just start typing YouTube? If YouTube, no. If argument count is greater than, well, is equal to 5, owner or exclude from hit equals argument 4. We're actually going to do this now. Okay, so if ID equals exclude from hit.id, let's do that. If that equals that, continue. So we'll skip the rest of this loop down here, or not loop, but since we're doing a with, so that's for every single object that's in this list of things that got hit, do this code. But if that object is equal to the exclude from hit thing, whatever that is, in this case it's the player, continue. So don't do this and keep going on to the next item in the list. So let's try that. It doesn't have to be a platformer that you make first, but something simple, like something that'll take you like an hour or two. Dang it, that didn't work. Something that won't take you very long, but still you can kind of start getting a handle on things, and then make something a little bit bigger, and then make something a little bit bigger. Basically, anything that's interesting. Or if you feel like just jumping in the deep end and learning a whole bunch of stuff, I think a couple people, like Heart Beast, at least, are doing an RPG game maker tutorial. So like from the very start, you can kind of follow along. Oh, the delay's pretty good. So it just depends on who you are, whether or not you are, I don't know. It's kind of fun, except it's still hitting the player. 5-10 seconds is actually really good. And you're in the UK, so you're pretty far away from me. Farland game jams are maybe not the best thing to jump into. 48-hour time limits create small games, which might result in good results. Actually, I agree with that. Like, if you do a game jam, that's a super cool way to, like, hunker down and learn to do something really quick. Even if it ends up being crappy. Oh, hold on. Double equals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's equals 5, do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that. So we just want to make sure that include from hit ID. For you, it's a minute. It's probably because YouTube tends to like smooth out the stream, and Twitch will Twitch lags for more people because it's not like taking that delay to switch out the stream or to buffer, I guess. So Twitch can lag for a lot of people, but it also tends to be more responsive in terms of chat stuff. So it's up to you. Exclude ID string ID. Okay, let's try that. We should be skipping. So that's good. It's skipping over it. So the question is, why is it delaying? Oh. Or stream on beam.pro and we were talking less than 100 milliseconds. Is beam.pro... Does it cost money? Or actually what I'd probably want to do is, instead of this whole exclude from hit thing, which I can still do, but it's actually fine to have it sort of a double thingy, but what I really want to do in here is just hit any do. Let's do this. Ooh. Argument 3. So we say if argument count equals 3, or greater than or equal to 3, nope, 2, 4. There we go. It's free. You download a fork of OBS called OBS FTL. You then stream to beam.pro using your FTL service. That's cool. I'll have to check into that. Thanks for the tip. So if the value does not exist on the existing hit list and this is what I want to do. Yeah. If exclude.id equals ID. Hopefully that doesn't break anything, because if it's no one, and I don't think you can do no one.id, but well, I guess we'll see. Haven't checked into it since a while, but the downside of it, like 7 months ago, was a smaller user base, as Beam.Pro isn't popular as Twitch TV, so you have to manually grow and be maximum to 720p. Oh, that is a thing, because I do want to be streaming to Twitch and YouTube. That is the thing. I thought you were saying it's another like restreaming thing, like restream.io. And if it's that, if it can do that, then that's great. Or I can just stream to all three. I don't know. But I mean, come on, 10, 15 seconds is not that bad. I'm just gonna try this, and if it breaks, then okay. So let's see if it breaks first. It does break. That's because that's not set before reading it. If exclude is not equal no one, if exclude ID equals ID, continue. That should work, and then I won't have to worry about doing this. It's still doing it. Oh, because there we go. That feels good. Sweet. Okay. So this is actually working. Okay. So still. Where's my checklist? Here we go. It's not on Restream.io, and if you paid for a custom streaming service for $15 a month, the delay would still be there. Yeah. The thing I could think of is to have OBS and OBS FTL running at the same time. I wonder if my computer could handle that. Collision. Let's add a couple items because we just did stuff. So what we did is fix sword hitbox. Check. Move that up there just so I feel nice and cool. And then, yeah, that's good. My laptop overheats if I try to stream for long periods of time. My laptop would probably not even stream. Most of my coding I actually do on my laptop, but I wouldn't stream from there. It would not work. Okay, so let's do something real quick. Take a quick break from that and show you something cool. I've been working, I think a couple of you have probably seen this or heard this a little bit already, but I've been working on sort of getting Super Nintendo style music to work in my game. And I've been working on getting different instruments up and running. It's really hard to play on this keyboard. Oh. So it's been pretty fun. I got like the clarinet. And it's all accurate to what the Nintendo could actually, the Super Nintendo could actually do. That one does not work. Or one of my favorites, I love choirs. Anyway, it's fun stuff. The SNES actually had has eight channels. It has eight channel polyphony. The NES had 4 channels. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the NES had 4 channels. It's 2 pulse, triangle, noise, DPCM. So the NES has 5 channels. The Game Boy had 4 because it didn't have the DPCM channel. And yes. So the SNES could actually do a whole bunch at the same time. It could do 8. I had a very much my email, but finally switched over to Twitch. Did you miss anything? You missed all of the Super Nintendo music stuff. It's super cool. You've already seen that. Yeah, he's already seen it because he's a Patreon backer. Can I just do this like all in one line? GameMaker doesn't like it. Like, I think it'll evaluate both, so I wouldn't want to put them both in the same if statement. But if I put them in 2 different if statements in the same thing, it should work, hopefully without breaking. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. One thing I want to do, I'm going to put it in here so I don't forget it, is remove empty frames from sword. sprite. Oh good, I'm glad the delay is shorter. Okay, let's work on some hit particles. I don't want to do blood. I'm trying to think of like what cool like hit particles are. Let's pull Google over here. Here we go. Sort of a smoke effect. This is one of Pedro Medeiros's, or however you say his name, thingies. Kind of got these smoky things. Stars is not a bad idea. That'd actually be kind of cool because it'd be like almost like cartoony. Kind of like that idea. So smoke is one thing that I've seen, and it does end up looking pretty good. Stars might work, and that'd be cool. Not doing blood. It's not my audience. Playing Pokemon Go all... Hey man, how's it going? Playing Pokemon Go all day, exhausted, travel so many miles. Did you catch anything good? This guy has some really good pixel art tutorials I've been following for a while. I think that it's probably... I feel like I've seen more tutorials than this. A lot of my friends still play Pokemon Go, like one or two of them. It's not a lot, but they do play. Sword hit particles. These like Minecraft stars are pretty good. I don't know if that's what you were suggesting, or if you're suggesting like actual little cartoon stars. Caught so much, too long a story, but honestly had such a great time the past 2 days and got a whole new team of awesome Pokemon. That's awesome, dude. It's good to be active, too. I wonder if there's like a good like video. Like sparks. It's not my favorite. Okay, so let's you play because your brother plays, something to bond over. Oh, that's really cool. Let's just pull up a sprite. Let's draw little particles. So I'm gonna start with a sort of a smoke particle. So what I'm going to probably do here is grab this. I'm going to do a circle, or an ellipse, I should say. Sparks would be cool for metallic enemies. That's good. That's a good I can talk, I promise. That's a good idea. That is off kilter, isn't it? What are we doing here? We are... Oh. I'll show you, just because stuff. I hit the debug button. Okay, anyway. We are working on enemy combat. It's going pretty well. I want to get some hit particles in, so we're working on particles. Close that debug. Stop that. Dang it, I did it again. There. Where's my preview? Just, you can afford it eventually. Sound effects that sells more than particles. Yeah. And we'll do that at some point, but we're not doing particles yet. I mean sound effects yet. This is a terrible particle. Oh, how'd that happen? What? There we go. Let me refer to my reference. That's actually kind of cool too. This hit thing. This is what I'm trying to do here. So. Let's undo all this crap. So we have this. Let's do that. Basically, I want to be able to sell it like with visuals, with sound effects, with everything that you can think of. And I know that a lot of it will not really all come together until the end, and that is okay. Okay, I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out when we... Oh, we need one more frame, don't we? Otherwise it might be confused. Well, let's try this. Effects. Saints tutorials are great. I would make a hit particle like a star that breaks up into smaller bits each frame. I agree with that. That's probably what I'll do next. Dang it! Why is it defaulting that? Agree. Thank you. Let's do a star. Yes. My file names are inspired. So let's do like... I just want to do this yellow. Wait, hold up. Is that my normal yellow? I don't think that is. Hold on, let me hold it over here real quick. Comparing my two monitors. I'm not sure that is my actual yellow. Hold up a second. That's orange. Who do I have that's yellow? Nope. I don't think this is the correct yellow. But let's just do this. My super special method of drawing, aka brute force it until it looks kind of decent. That's cool. Okay, I guess. It's kind of a cartoony little star. I don't know if I should do an outline or not to emphasize the cartooniness. It does have an outline tool, and I can never remember how to use it. Plus, I was kind of outlining it kind of differently every time. Yeah, I'm thinking it might end up looking too heavy, but we will try this and see. This is too thick here. Guess. It's a tiny little effect. Nobody will see it. Oh, is that what it is? The problem is it's named convolution matrix. Yeah! It's kind of fun. Yeah, there's always this thing and I always forget about it. Anyway. Let's do that. Just hit F9, I guess. IRT, I'll see IRT. I don't know what IRT means. I'll see it. You're acting like that's a bad thing. Okay, so that's a star, I think. Oh, hold up. I need to make more frames. I may have made it too big. Onward. Don't like that bit in the middle. Just delete it. Shoot out fragments. This is terrible. It's better, I guess. We'll try that. This can be fixed later. Star. Dang it! My other one, it defaults to degree, I think. Okay, so let me remember how to do particles. Is there like a thing? Yeah, it looks okay. I'll make it look better at some point. All right, let's figure out how to do particles. First, let's do a, let's add that star, because I think that star is better than the other one. I don't know what you were trying to say, Rowan. Okay, we have a star. Oh, the okay hand. But it got a little out of hand because Twitch didn't like it. Tchaikovsky! Dude, I love Tchaikovsky. He's so cool. Alright, yeah, I was like, let me create the sprite and it'll just magically, like, become a particle. Star sprite. Okay, so... create a particle system. I don't know if I want that much. Create a particle type is the graphic itself. Emitter is an option. It's to burst or stream particles within a very clearly defined limits. Particles are acceptable for creating effects, blah, 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 restrictions, okay. I've done this before. Did the particle stuff change between... Guess we'll find out. Let's go to the if is hit. We'll say star particles equals part system create. Nope. Create. There we go. By the way, there will be linear dungeon order, or will be more non-linear. My current plan is for it to be kind of a little mix of both, to where there will be like, it'll be kind of mostly linear, but I think there will be like 2 or 3 dungeons that you can pick from at a time, possibly. And the reason for that is I think it provides, or it makes for good puzzles in the dungeons. Yeah. If I don't do that, it will end up being linear. Just because that'd be easier to develop. All right, we've created this star particle system. Star particle equals particle type part type create. Part type shape sprite equals star particle. I think is how that works. Part type sprite is going to be index of the particle type change. Yes. Okay. So star particle. We'll make this star sprite. We'll do animate. What is animate? I shouldn't have closed that. whether to follow the sprite's animation normally or not. Doing non-linear wouldn't allow items obtained in other dungeons to be used in puzzles, so that would make things complicated. Exactly. That's one of the things I actually did like about the old 2D Zelda games. No, I love A Link to the Past, but I think the linear design allowed you to slowly build up the items, and so each dungeon was harder and harder than the last. So you'd end up with the last dungeon will use all your items, and the dungeon before that will use almost all your items. So I really liked that. Choose the sprite animated or not. If you choose animated, you can also choose to have the sub images change at interval. Okay, I do want animated, yes. True. Stretch. True. True. False. Okay. Heart type size is going to be star particle. Size min is going to be, I'm going to say 2. Max is going to be not 16. That's gigantic. Say 8. 8 might end up being too big. Size increase is going to be -2. Size wiggle is going to be, I guess, 3. I don't know what size wiggle is. I'm hoping it's just a random heart type scale. I don't want to do that yet. Color is fine. Heart type speed. So say 3 and 20. Speed increase is going to be -2. Speed wiggle is going to be 5. I'm just making stuff up, okay. Heart, type, direction, star, particle. Zero, 360. So any direction. Wiggle it by 50 increase by 50, oh gosh, and wiggle by 20. Orientation, star, particle, 0, 360, 30, wiggle it by 5. I don't know if wiggle is actually wiggle it. Don't need blending. Heart, did I not do that right? Type, life. Life min is going to be 10 frames, life max is going to be 20 frames. Uh-oh. What is relative? True. I guess. Okay, we have particles. Star particle system. Yoshi's Island. X, Y, star particle, $50 particles. Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh. Yes! It's actually kind of awesome. And really disorienting. This is the best thing. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Let's try like 5. I think it may just be, I mean, it's doing it every frame, I think. That's part of the problem. You think those are a little too much? Okay. Part of the problem is this is creating like a ton of particles. Well, that did not help. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the other thing is, what if I do this instead? No. I just realized that's what I was doing before. Alright. You wanna join us? Kiwi's here. Kiwi! Kiwi! Hey puppy. He's a good girl. Yes it is. Aww. She's so good. She's also licking me. Incessantly. Okay, so... check if particle system exists. That's what I want to do first. Let's try that. So we're only doing it once. Kiwi. It's broken. Oh yeah, because that, yeah. That did not help. Mine-emator? I don't know about it. I want to like create like 2 particles. Programmed for making 3D Minecraft animations and has lighting, cameras, particles, everything. That's cool. It's made in Game Maker. That's awesome. Good job, Game Maker. I'm not making it any better. I'm not totally sure what to do with these particles. I just do it like once. How do I make them go like less far? How exactly does the system work right now? I don't know. Size, scale, speed, direction, probably speed. That did nothing. I don't understand. Excuse me. I don't understand. Making little pretty designs. Thing is, I want like 2 particles, not like 200. Kiwi, what is it? Do you want to go down? You don't want it up. Well. particle designer. Some sort of counter that increases with, oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit everything. Increases with each spawn particle and it having a cap of 2. That might happen. Let's see this thing. There's a can design particles. Let's watch this video together. This is really a low quality video. There we go. Don't care. This is like $6 though. I mean, I guess I can just figure it out. But I don't really want to spend like the rest of the stream like tweaking numbers. Oh, well, that is my wife, and she's on the way home, which means that I'm done anyway. So, I think the next time I'll stream will be Wednesday for lunch, so that would be Wednesday at about 11:30 Central. I'll stream for about an hour or an hour and a half, depends. And then I don't know what's going to happen after that, but come see the stream on Wednesday, and if you haven't yet, follow along on Twitter. It's the thing at the top. I don't know which direction I'm pointing in. It's the thing at the top. Follow me there if you haven't, and you'll see when I'm going to stream next. Hope you guys all have a good time of the day, wherever you are. Yeah, see you guys next time.